seconds.
Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Watch it, watch. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Watch it, watch. Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba da da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da da. Ba 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 da da ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da da ba ba ba.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Coopersthaiadventure live stream Market Watch Wednesday with me, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brock Snitters.
Got that right.
How are you, buddy?
Great. Great. Just great.
What's happening in the markets? Bitcoin is down 2%
I'd rather talk for a while about the nice meet and greet we had last night.
We did have a
Good
fantastic
friends
one.
and good food.
Yeah, had quite a few new people turn
Yeah.
up for the very first time. Some people that have been in Thailand for a while and only just found our channel in the last couple of months. And they came and said, Coop, we got no friends. Can we come join you guys? Come on in.
Very loved it. Yep.
So thank you to those people that came last night. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good
great
time.
to meet all
Always
the new
good
faces.
And then even the regulars that come every month, it's good to see them. Might be the only time we see them, you know, and then but every month there's new ones.
Yes,
That's a good sign. But,
it always is.
yeah, markets are all-time highs, basically.
I know.
I think it's a small segment. Mainly, I think it's the AI stocks that are driving it.
S&P's up 12% since March, Brooke.
Yeah, like it's so even if you're a passive investor in just the S&P, you've done well.
Yeah,
And going forward, you probably will do well. Guys like you and me, we're a little more interested in specific stocks. So we'll see how we do compared to the S&P. But
yeah.
but yeah, and these AI stocks have a lot of them have gone ballistic.
Yes.
One in particular is Micron. So any of you guys on your
Up over $100 last night.
yeah, 140, I think 20% in one day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, crazy, or might have even been more than that. But I think in the month it's up over 50%. So crazy. But anyways, if you want to look at, I think personally, I think it's a little too late now to get into these. The people that are getting in now, I mean, you got your traders. The volume traded on these stocks is quite high.
Yes.
I suspect a lot of them are day traders. But I think we're a little late now to get in. You're kind of getting in at the top, in my opinion. Like the FOMO now is setting in. So you're going to have a lot of people, oh, I got to get on the bandwagon. Got to get on the bandwagon. They're going to jump in. They're going to jump in
And get wrecked.
top. Yeah. Things always will revert to the mean. In other words, you know, the moving averages. So that's, you know, what I've studied. But So I would suggest overall keep some dry powder. Get
Mhm.
ready for the pullback because there definitely will be one. You know, Jesus, Coop, I was looking at Micron at 660 or 670. It had that little pullback in the day. I mean, it was over 800 the week before.
Right.
And I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll pick up 10 shares. Geez, kind of kicked my butt. I didn't. You know what I mean? Like now you're 800 and change. So you would have, you know, in a week picked up a few $1,000. So crazy.
You
just
gained
just on 10
25%.
shares.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, it's I think when we see, you know, a pullback, it will come at some point. The question is when.
Mhm.
Boy, when I turned on the news, yesterday afternoon after the nap, Trump bombs southern Iran, takes out some mine, you know, dropping ships and a few missile sites. I thought, oh Jesus, here we go. But it didn't. So maybe things are still going to stay calm there, but
I wouldn't bank on it. Iran has already been on national TV and said we are going to retaliate.
Okay, well there you go. So,
but that's not my biggest concern.
What's your biggest concern?
My biggest concern is Russia, Ukraine right now. Ukraine attacked the hell out of Russia with a swarm of drones, and I'm talking thousands of drones.
Yeah.
And they hit them hard. Russia claims that Ukraine hit a school of children. Don't know if it's true or not. I haven't seen any confirmation.
I think it was university.
Yeah, maybe it was a university. It was a school, I recall.
Yeah.
So I can't confirm or deny that. Could be Russian propaganda. Who knows? But their Russian foreign minister, his name is Lavrov. He went on and contacted the Secretary of State in the U.S., Marco Rubio, and warned him, get your American citizens out of Kyiv now. Your diplomats, get them the hell out. And we're telling you now. So Russia has launched 2 ICBMs into Ukraine in the last year, 12 months. And they've been kinetic ones, so they didn't have any nuclear material in there, but just the kinetic force does damage by itself. Not catastrophic damage, it does building damage, cracks buildings and stuff like that. And I'm thinking Putin's had enough. He's like, no, this ain't going to keep going on. And he's warned Ukraine, warned them, keep the fight on the battlefield, don't bring it into Russia. And he has, and he's terrifying the Russian people by getting his revenge for what, you know, Putin's doing to Ukraine. So I can see that one escalating big time. That might be a black swan event. So heads up, guys.
Might be
something to look out for. He may be telling Americans to get their diplomats out and other foreign leaders. So that, you know, for example, the EU and the UK that have diplomats over there constantly, get your people out. Something big's going to happen. We don't want to be responsible.
Yeah, I think Putin might be in trouble over there. So
I do, because they're losing more troops faster than they can replace them and get new recruits.
Yeah.
And that's a big one. And we have to talk about wars on the channel, folks, because it does affect stock markets. It affects crypto. It affects everything. Oil prices. Okay, oil's dropped down below $100. Thank God it's back down below 100. It was over 120 at one point earlier this year. So it's great that they're coming down. That strait needs to be open. There needs to be some way of ending this Russia-Ukraine war. It's been going on way too freaking long. But if Putin does decide to escalate it, watch out.
Rootin' tootin' Putin.
You know, he could use a nuclear, he could use a biological, he could use a chemical weapon. They have equivalent of the Moad bomb that America used in Afghanistan and took out that mountain with the Taliban there. I remember that happening. I was like, damn, I've never seen anything like that in my career in the military. And so I don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to do something. You don't tell foreign leaders, get your people out now unless you're planning to do something.
And who reported that?
Who reported that? Rubio.
Oh, I see. Rubio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta be
And
careful.
Lavrov, both of them.
Yeah, you got to be careful somewhat with these news reports, whether they're fake.
No,
or...
both confirmed it.
I see.
Both confirmed it. So it is out there. It is real. And it's not fake news.
I see.
If they're both coming out and saying it, then it's obviously true.
You'd think so.
So there's the negative side. Let's get into the positive side. Kevin Warsh, new Fed chair, been sworn in.
Yep.
Took over last Friday as Fed chair. The market has him priced in right now as no rate cuts this year, and actually one rate hike this year. Now, if you go back in any history where he's done TV interviews prior to becoming Fed chair, he's always said that the AI boom is causing artificial inflation. Okay, because they're taking over jobs. So the job market looks bad. You know, they're taking over entry-level jobs for law firms and other companies that hire huge amount of people, like call centers and things like this. They find they can do it for a fraction of the cost using AI. And many companies have laid off people all around the world because of AI. So it's creating what he liked to call, and he called it at the time, artificial job numbers. He said the people are going to retrain and they're going to get into AI and programming. That's where the money's going to be. And he said in many, many interviews, we need to cut rates because cutting rates, it'll stabilize over time. It's artificially inflated right now. But for some reason, all the big market makers out there, the hedge fund managers, and they've all been on TV. They've all been on Squawk Box and CNBC and CNN and Fox News, all over, saying there's no way he's going to cut rates this year. He's not going to play President Trump's game. And as a matter of fact, we think he's going to do at least one rate hike. Crypto doesn't like that. They like it when rates are going down, shows more liquidity coming into the system. Hence why you see Bitcoin down 2%. That and what the SEC announcement for the tokenization of stocks, they delayed it. That made it drop from 82 down to 74. And now it's sort of hovering around 76. So it's come down, hit a level, and now it's sort of steadied itself out at 76 right now. Is that about what we are at right now, Dad?
We are at 75,950.
Well, 76, close enough, $50 out. What's your take on it?
I think Warsh is going to cut.
You do.
Yep.
So you're on the same side of the fence I am. And the market's not pricing that in. Neither is Bitcoin.
No, but here's the thing. Warsh gets it.
Yes.
He gets it, guys. And what I mean by gets it, Powell didn't get it.
No.
Powell didn't have a clue about AI and what it was doing to the economy. Warsh does get it. He's younger. He's more attuned to the economy, let's say. And there's going to be dramatic job losses, in my opinion. Not as bad as maybe some people predict, but more than a lot of people thought. And it'll be deflationary with the AI implementation that's occurring. And what I mean by that is companies are going to save money like you wouldn't believe. Consequently, and over time, they'll be able to drop prices, hopefully spurring their demand, which it will.
Yeah.
So overall, it'll be deflationary on the average prices. Sure, things like the oil thing that's going on, it's going to be temporary, and that can spike a little bit here, a little bit there. But Warsh gets it with the AI, and he's more concerned that, Jesus, you don't want stagflation.
No.
Where you get huge unemployment and huge price increases at the same time. So that's the worst of the worst, because people hold off buying because they think prices are going to keep going down. So the economy tends to falter. So the way to spur the economy, in Walsh's opinion, in these times ahead is to cut rates. So
Mhm.
now whether he'll do it the first meeting, maybe not, just to, doesn't look like a Trump flunky. But I think no later than the second meeting, we'll get a rate cut in there, and that should spur the market on. So yeah, that's my take on that. I think he gets it. He gets what's happening to the economy. And now the guy's a terribly smart man. Like even Powell will tell you, oh yeah, he's respected. He was a prior Fed governor. So it's not like he parachuted in from no man's land. Yeah, he's a sharp guy. He'll be able to run it there. And hopefully we get a more consensus of the governors that, yeah, this is the way to go. So
I agree with you 100%.
well, thank you.
And it's very rare you and I agree on a live stream. We
I
both
think
have different
I'm going to mark
views.
that down. It's got to be a first.
Probably a third.
Okay.
We've done over 100 of them, so it's got to be about a third. 3% of the time we both agree. Other news to talk about: MicroStrategy. Okay, MicroStrategy did not buy any Bitcoin last week. Zero Bitcoin last
Pray
week.
tell, why not?
Because Saylor came out and they announced on Sunday night, our time in Thailand, that he was going to buy back his convertible debt that expires in 2029.
Wow.
Okay, for $1.5 billion.
The debt. Total.
The debt. Now, he did that for two reasons, twofold. And the two reasons, and I've done my fair research into this,
Okay.
guys. The two reasons I could see is, the first reason is, if the convertible notes were to expire and Strategy's price is above $650 a share by 2029, 3 years out, very, very, very doable. It'll probably be a lot higher than that by then, because we'd have had the next
We hope.
halving.
Yeah, we hope.
So it'll be a year after the next halving, almost 18 months after the next halving when those notes come due. So yes, I could see the price definitely being over that, and Bitcoin being over $250,000. And I think most of you guys agree with me in the chat 3 years out from now. So he's bought it back, and he bought it back for 8% less than what it cost him. So he made a profit.
Yep.
He made an 8% profit on it.
8% discount to face value.
Yes.
Yep.
So he made a profit on it, and the common shares liked it. Bitcoin
Sure.
was down 1% last night. When I went to bed, MicroStrategy was up 2%.
I think it closed down slightly, but
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm saying when I went to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was looking like that. And then Bitcoin went down a bit further, and so did MicroStrategy. But the shareholders liked it. And the other reason he did it is he has got a hard-on for getting into the S&P 500. He wants it more than anything else. And he had 10% debt on his balance sheet. He had $6 billion debt. And his company's worth over $60 billion in crypto holdings and Bitcoin holdings. Well, he's now lowered that debt down to $4 billion. That looks good. The less debt he has on his balance sheet, the more likely he is to get into the S&P 500, and he knows that. So that's why, in my opinion, he did those two things. What's your take on it, Brooke?
Smart move. Listen, Saylor is, in my opinion, a financial wizard with what he's come up with to build MicroStrategy, specifically the Bitcoin holdings. He did that debt early on to acquire Bitcoin.
Yes.
And the conversion factor at $650 gave the holders of the debt the option to convert the debt into the shares.
Correct.
And obviously, if it's above that price, they're all going to convert into shares
At a lot lower price. Yeah.
No, at that price,
Yeah.
650. But if it stops at 800, they're going to do it. 1,000, they're going to do it. And, who knows? But see, what will happen, Coop, when Bitcoin doubles, which, double, triple, quadruple in the next 3 years, Strategy will do even better. you know, in my opinion. So if it doubles, I think we'll do a 3x on strategy. If it doubles again, we'll probably do an 8x, you know. So strategy should take off. But the debt holders would have been able to convert at the 650. And what's that do? It dilutes guys like you and me.
Correct.
That
shareholders
that own shares. So number one, it was a good play. He probably knew that going in, that he would retire this debt even years ago when he, you know, got it. But to get it to buy back at an 8% discount, that's pretty smart buying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, the bank will lend you $100, but if you want to close it out, pay us 92, and we'll let you off the hook. Oh yeah, shit, I still got
Exactly.
the $100. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that was a good buy. Your point about retiring the debt, it will look good to the S&P inclusion with less debt versus, say, more debt. So that's a win. And I don't doubt, though, that he's setting up the balance sheet to be a fortress balance sheet. So I think prior to this, he had a 4-to-1 coverage or 5-to-1 coverage, Bitcoin to debt. That'll go up now even more. And that makes these products like Stretch even more advantageous to buyers because they got all the debt covered.
Yeah.
Now, he paid for it. We should discuss that briefly. He paid for it out of that huge fund he had to pay the dividends.
$2.5 billion.
Yeah. So that got reduced quite a bit. I think he's down to 6 months coverage now from
800 million
years.
now he's got left.
Yeah, okay. So, but I wouldn't even worry about that because, as he said a while back, he might sell a few coins to pay these dividends. But in the meantime, or he might just take a bit of proceeds from the Stretch sales to pay the dividends.
Yeah.
Which, you know, doesn't sound the best, but hey, it works. But anyways, with this financial engineering he's doing, reducing the debt, he's still going to be well covered for paying all the dividends, buying Bitcoin again, you know, whether it's through the ATM, and we hope not, but, you know, still. See, ATM, and to me, initially I hated it because it was reducing our ownership, let's say.
Yeah, diluting our shares.
Yeah, diluting. But then you know, Jesus, it's not like he's pissing the money away.
No.
He's buying Bitcoin. Now, when Bitcoin doubles and triples, we're thank God he did that. You know what I mean? Because our shares have exploded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Per share. So price per share. So yeah, I saw the benefit of that. But using Stretch to buy the coins, I like even better.
I do.
Yeah, because all we have to do on that as shareholders is being able to pay the twice monthly probably dividends, you know, preferred dividends, and that shouldn't be a big issue going forward, is my point.
Yeah, and there'll be a shareholder vote on that for the Stretch shareholders on the 6th of June, by the way. Folks.
Pretty sure that'll pass easily.
I think it's going to pass phenomenally. A high percentage, probably well over 80% are going to say, yeah, pay me twice a month. I'd rather get paid twice a month and instead of once a month.
I've mentioned that, just so you guys watching here, STRC is the symbol. Usually if you try and pick it up a little under $100, like $99.60, $99.80, hang on to it because it will hit the 100, you know, and it's kind of an easy vehicle in and out. But in the meantime, you're getting paid tremendously to wait, 11.5%.
Yeah.
And they're looking, as Coop said, with the vote to pay twice a month from once a month now. You're going to get the same money. It's just it'll be split twice a month. Yeah. You know, for the payment, so you get it a little quicker, I guess. But for you guys parked in cash, if you're keeping your dry powder, it's something to look at. And I know, guys, Coop, since we mentioned it on the channel, guys have gone into it.
Yes, they have.
You know, maybe dip their toes to see what it's like. But yeah, so that's an option to look at, guys.
Yeah, a fantastic option to look at. I like it. So Kevin Warsh coming in, we both agree. We think he's going to start with rate cuts. I think the very first one he's going to do a rate cut.
Yeah. Well, could be. Yeah. I just wonder.
I don't think he's got a chip on his shoulder where he cares what anybody thinks. And they may come out and call him a Trump puppet or whatever they want.
Which they would.
Which they would. And he knows it going in. You know, he knows it. But he knows what needs to be done for the markets. He knows what needs to be done, you know, to be able to pay back U.S. debt. We're sitting at $40 trillion in debt, Brooke. You know, the U.S. government, $40 trillion in debt. That's a hell of a lot of debt.
It is, but listen, if you grow the economy, Coop, like AI, and I think Elon Musk is right. He says the U.S. GDP, he can see it doing a double in the next 5 years, say.
Yeah.
Well, if you double your GDP and hopefully you hold the debt at some, then it's not so bad.
Yeah.
The other way you get rid of that debt easily, and they've done this in the past, is deflate your currency. So you're paying in cheaper,
Devalue the currency, like Thailand's done twice.
Well, yeah, and the States now is looking at that. So that's another, way they're going to be able to do it. But we'll see. It wasn't widely reported, but apparently in that meeting that Trump had with Xi in China, this was discussed about revaluing the gold on the planet, reserves, let's say, because not only does it help the U.S., they're currently sitting on their books at $42 an ounce.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 100 times that in value at $4,500 an ounce. So, and China's quite similar, probably with as much or more gold reserves. Time will tell, but they'd also would benefit. So that's kind of like a win-win, I'm thinking. But by revaluing the gold reserves up to, say, a current level, and it hasn't been done in I don't know how many years, 60 years or more, 70 maybe. Anyways, that would be a positive because it makes the books look better for the you. Oh, well, you got this much debt, but look at the damn reserves we got to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen that new report that came out about the U.S. senator that's advocating for America to buy 5% of the Bitcoin supply of 1 million Bitcoin?
Have I what?
Have you been following the developments going on that?
No, why would I?
Well, he's got 21 senators bipartisan that want this to happen, that they'll buy 200,000 Bitcoin a year over 5 years for a total of 1 million Bitcoin for the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And they'll hold it for 20 years. Will not sell it for 20 years. Now, they're going to make, if this passes, folks, no incoming president can change it because it'll be law. They'd have to have a vote in Congress to change it. They couldn't do it via a pen, as an executive order, whereas Trump signed an executive order to do this. The next president that comes in could be a Democrat, could just say, I veto that. Boom, gone. And they have the right to do that with any executive order. It's always been done. If they make it a law and it passes in Congress, it's a lot more difficult to change.
Yeah, it would be.
Now, here's why I think this has got some legs of passing. I know it's only 21 and it's early days, but here's the thing. Can you tell me whether a Democrat or a Republican is going to be president in 20 years' time?
Yes.
No, you can't. You can't.
Okay.
You could hope that it's a Republican, I know, but I could hope it's an independent. We don't know what's going to happen in 20 years' time. So that's the beauty of it. The beauty is that it'll be signed into law. It has to be held for 20 years. So if it's held for 20 years, the Democrats could win by an overwhelming majority in 20 years' time. You and I probably won't be here in 20 years' time.
Oh, bite your tongue.
But, might be a bit lucky.
I'm good for 20 more, and then I'm taking it year by year.
Okay. Well, I'll hold you to that. So it's got positive support from both sides of the House because they both know they'll have an equal chance of becoming the majority party in 20 years' time. So I can see why the Democrats are on board with it. So it's not like hold it for 2 years. Well, by that time, President Trump will still be coming to the end of his term and he can sell it all if he wants. Look, 20 years out, that is exciting.
Yeah. Let's not discuss hopium too much on the channel.
Well, it's a bill going in front of Congress as we speak.
Spouting
in front of the Senate.
There's several. Well, first off, you asked me, had I heard of this? No. Obviously, it's
You
not
don't watch as much as I do.
widely publicized, and I understand why. Because the chances of that at this stage in time are virtually none.
Okay.
Yeah. So what has to happen to get to that point? Number one, we got to get this legislation through.
Clarity Act.
Exactly. So let's focus on that. We've all had the hopium about Trump gets elected, there's going to be a Bitcoin reserve in the U.S. Right? Yeah, that would have been. But now we got our hopes dashed on that many times.
Supposed to be an announcement on that by the end of the month, and we're only like a week away from the end of the month.
So let's see what happens. You know, if it doesn't pass, things like that are virtually dead in the water, in my opinion.
But the reason I brought up that bill that the senator's advocating for is because you had said about Trump and Xi in their meeting in China, and that they wanted to revalue the price of the gold that they currently hold on the reserves. Well, that's exactly what the senator is advocating for. The difference between what they had it priced at in 1973 to what it's priced at today.
Yeah.
He would like to use that difference to fund and buy the Bitcoin without costing the U.S. taxpayer 1 penny.
Yeah, well, that's remains to be seen, I suppose. But
hence why I brought up the bill.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think there's enough interest in Bitcoin that they're saying, well, we already own 200,000 or 300,000 coins. Okay, that's good enough for us to start. I think we need to see certain things happen. Clarity bill being one of them, passing. We need wider adoption. And the funny thing is, I could agree with you more, Coop, if Bitcoin was running from 70 to 90 to 120 to 150, maybe 175 by year end. You would see a lot more interest, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah, there'd be people FOMOing in.
Well, yeah, as well as the government.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, there is something here. It started to run. I can see it's going to continue probably in the years ahead.
Yeah.
You know, that then I would definitely think you'd see more interest in something like that, which is basically what? Hey, let's increase our holdings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. Call it whatever you want, but, you know, strategic reserves. But yeah, right now it's not top of the list, I don't.
Well, right now I'd give it about a 30% chance of passing before midterms. And the reason that low at 30% is because he's only got 21 senators. Want to impress me? Get over 50.
Less than 1% chance.
Get over 50. I'll get more excited about it. But it is news all the same.
All kinds of bills are proposed by congressmen, senators.
Oh, I know that.
I mean, you know, anybody can propose a bill, whether you get support to pass it or not. The majority of them die on the vine, call it. But yeah, no, nothing I'm following.
Okay, we spoke for 32 minutes, 81 people on the live stream. Thank you all for coming on. Give us a thumbs up. It's free, by the way. And let's get in the chat and see what everybody's talking about.
I got a little more to excuse me, say here.
Okay.
You're looking very astute today, but
I had a haircut. Look at this.
Very good.
I got my pre-cruise haircut.
Mr. Good Boy.
Yeah.
Jackie keeps threatening to cut mine, but
I see you got it parted over on the side right now, trying to
kinda
cover that
like
bald
that.
patch.
I kind of like
You're doing the Fred Flintstone haircut style there. We good now?
Yep.
Okay. First up, we got.
What a sale. Happy day, Darlene, Cooper, and Brooke. Please tell us some good market news. Well, markets are trending up on the AI.
18% up since
Hey to all in the chat.
Yeah, and they're predicted to go up another 18% by year end.
Yeah, but listen, most of that, guys, in my opinion, is going to be driven by the AI sector. Yeah.
Yes.
They say like it's less than 2% or 3% of the shares are actually up in the indices. 97% are doing nothing.
Yeah.
And haven't done nothing. So you want to be in the winners, guys. You know, James Invest Answers, follow him. He's good. Has a good saying, you know, winners take most. So if you eat in the winners, you're missing out on most of the gains. So.
Yeah.
Captain Action, Henry from Tampa. Hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlena. Hit that thumbs up. Make everyone smile. Everyone here is going to hit the like button.
Yes, please, Henry.
That helps.
Thank you.
What a sale, Captain Action. Hey, Henry, how you doing today? Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Good morning, CBD. Fun meet and greet last night. Yeah, we had fun there. Are you guys going for a bit of SpaceX when it goes public?
No.
Why not?
Mm-mm.
You can do it through your IBKR.
I know I can.
Yeah, I use TD Waterhouse as my trading
And you
platform.
can't.
No, because RBC, the largest bank in Canada, who has their own trading platform, TD Bank's the second largest, by the way. We're not going to get any allocation
No,
that I know of.
I
mean,
can do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
But I'm
call
not
again
going
the few days before just to see if I'm able to put a bid in, and I'm sure I'll get told, no, sorry, we don't have any allocation. But
Why don't you set up an IBKR account? You got time, Brooke. I can help you do it. It'll take about an hour to set it up.
Pain in the ass. I think probably what I'll end up doing is, if you can get access, guys, buy some. Now, I told a couple of guys last night, you might put a bid in for 100 shares and be lucky to get 7. That's what I think your allocations. I think it'll be so much oversubscribed, and they'll probably just allocate a percentage to fill as many happy campers, although you're not all happy because you didn't get your 100, as possible. So they won't pick and choose. Okay, you get your 100, you get 0. No, it'll be a percentage, in my opinion, across the whole, order thing. But I think personally, I'll probably just have to wait and why I said get some, I think you can double it within a few hours of market opening. Honestly.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just have to end up waiting.
Now, I'm on the complete other side of the fence. This is hence why I said Brooke and I disagree a lot. I think it's overpriced right now as it is. I think it's going to go further overpriced on launch day. And then I think there's going to be a huge, huge correction. A lot of people are going to FOMO in. It's going to be way, way, way oversold. And then it's going to go down, 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 down. And that's what I want to buy in. If you look at every IPO, if you look at every IPO that's ever been launched, it's happened every single time. You're saying it's different with Tesla and SpaceX. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But I'm not willing to take that chance with my reserve that I got set aside, my dry powder. I think there's going to be a big correction, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than what it is today before the IPO launches.
If there's a correction in the markets, everything goes down. Even the good goes down. Good goes
and I'm
down
expecting
with the bad.
that. I'm holding for it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Time will tell.
Yeah. Let's see who's right.
Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, Darlene, Cooper, and Brooke. Everyone hit the thumbs up.
Good morning to you, Roger. Thank you.
Vegas Chris from Lost Wages. Greetings, CBD and gang. Hope everyone is well and praying for everything to start heading up and to the right.
It will. Everything reverts to the norm. Big thing is get this Iran thing done and over with. Even though it's not going to go back straight away, guys. You think the amount of supply that the world has lost for oil and aviation fuel, it's going to take a very long time for them to get those stocks replenished. And you're probably looking somewhere between 6 and 12 months. Maybe even longer. Could be as long as 18 months for everything to get back to normal. But the good thing is, if it opened the Strait of Hormuz, you'd see oil below $80 a barrel again.
Yeah, we don't see shortages here anymore.
No.
I don't know.
Well, they're getting a steady supply from Venezuela and the U.S. now.
At higher prices.
Higher prices, hence why the pump price has gone up since before the war starts. But it's gone down by 50% of the raise that it initially went up because they're able to get their supplies from other sources.
I filled my tank up on the way over here today. It's a scooter, 300cc, $200.
Yeah.
I used to fill up the same amount for 140, 150.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
So it's costing you about $1.70 more to fill it up.
Yeah, exactly. And that'll last me a week probably. So.
Yeah. So it's costing you an extra $1.70 a week.
Not the end of the world.
No.
Terry Fallon from Bancroft. Good evening,
Hello.
Darlene and Brooke. A beautiful Bancroft night in Ontario, Canada.
Hello, Terry.
Terry Fallon goes on to saying hello to all in the chat. Hope we're all doing well. We are.
We are. Thank you.
What a sale says, hey, Terry, hope all is well in your world up there. Mike the Medic. Good evening, guys. What do you think about SpaceX IPO? Seems you can buy now on their site. Well, I wasn't aware of that, so that would be of interest.
Yeah.
Check out that site and see. I don't know.
I'm too nervous to buy
pay for it
right now. I think there's going to be a big correction. Well, I'm hoping there's going to be a big correction because normally there is.
Most IPOs fall, believe it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if SpaceX follows suit, there could be a hell of a buying opportunity coming.
Yeah. I think there'll be enough FOMO to get in that you'll see the spike. You'll see the price spike on the day the market's open with it. And that might be the time to get in and out the same day. But we'll see. It'll be, I think I'll probably just sit on the sidelines to watch the excitement and see what happens.
Oh, I'll definitely be watching.
Listen, going forward, space, it's unlimited.
Yes,
So,
infinite.
yeah. That's why you want to be there. So.
And I believe Elon announced who's going to be the captain of the Starship that they're planning on building to go to Mars.
Oh, that's far enough down the road.
Yeah, it was on that Herbert. Better with Herbert.
Brighter with Herbert.
Yeah, yeah. That guy you follow.
Terry Fallon says, what a sale. Hope everything is good for you, my friend. Here we go. Annie Throckmorton. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Annie, how you doing?
Ricardo says, greetings from South Carolina, US of A. Planning to learn how to buy a cup of coffee. Thanks for another show.
All you got to do is that QR code right there above my head. It says, buy me a coffee. That's simple. And thank you for everybody that bought us a coffee on Monday's live stream.
Yeah,
highly appreciated. Thank you guys for helping support the channel.
Terry Fallon, hello, Annie. Hope you're well. Blakester Drums, here we go. Some of the Yield Max funds are doing well. I bought Chippy a month ago. It's up $18.
And Chippy is doing fantastically well.
Semiconductor.
It is.
Yeah, well.
It is doing fantastically well. It's on a hell of a run. Ulti, not so much. Misty, treading water, which is expected. But when MicroStrategy was up 2% against Bitcoin last night, so was Misty.
What's the projections for Misty's payment this week?
Below 30.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking it's going to be 28 cents. Nobody saw what happened on Friday coming. They couldn't have seen it either.
What's that?
When the SEC announced there's going to be a delay on the whatchamacallit, the tokenization of stocks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that crypto didn't like, and it dropped from 82 down to 74. So nobody saw that one coming in. So hence why I think it's going to be about 28 cents, but I think it's going to recover nicely.
You do?
Yeah.
So you're still hanging in there on your yield.
Getting paid to wait.
Getting paid to wait.
And I think it's going to overtake Ulti in price before September. I think before September, it's going to be in the mid-30s per share.
Well, that Chippy's done well.
Yeah.
Mike Doty and Little Mike. Hey, everyone. Hope all's well in the land of smiles. Looking forward to a great show. Coop, were you able to cover all the costs for the show, the last live stream?
No. Our outgoing costs, I'll tell you, guys, I'll be 100% honest with you. Our outgoing costs to run this channel is about $300 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's what it costs us to run this channel. In the programs, for example, this all you see on the screen in front of you, it costs money, and it's done by a program called StreamYard. To run StreamYard, you can do the free version, but you can't have all the infotainment on there. It looks shit. We wanted the professional version, hence why we've got it. We got another program that does the banners and the picture for the upcoming live stream or videos. That's another program. And then we have an editing suite program. So to use those, we have to subscribe to them monthly. To subscribe to those three, it's about $300 a month. Last Saturday, we raised $130.
Yeah, but YouTube
for the channel
kicks in a bit, I'm sure.
YouTube pays us 1 penny per live stream. That's it.
Okay.
We get nothing. You know, so doing a live stream doesn't pay YouTubers at all. That's why most YouTubers don't do live streams. They don't want to because they make more money on doing the videos with commercials in them. Even though we have commercials in our live stream, we get zero revenue for it because we made it for subscribers only to keep all the bots out. So they penalize you. But no, covered about almost half.
On 1 week.
So
So
on 1 week. So yeah, pretty good.
Ernie Jones, good morning, CBD gang. Let's go Thunder. Now he's referring to the OKC Thunder NBA playoff team.
Okay.
But poor Ernie is probably going to be devastated because not his best player, but the second and third best, I believe, are sidelined now for the rest of the series. And that's pretty well means they're kaputski.
Okay.
So, sorry, Ernie. Sydney Shaw, there's a newbie. Okay. Hello, guys. Brooke, what's the good news, buddy? The good news is Cooper's still here.
Not gone yet on the cruise. 1 week tomorrow I fly.
Is
So-
it 1 week tomorrow?
1 week tomorrow, yes. 1 week tomorrow I fly. So Wednesday next week will be my last live stream. Brooke is going to do the Money Matters while I'm gone. And I think you said you're going to do one Thailand one as
That's
well.
right. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
And so you'll be doing 2 live streams a week while I'm gone. And
Okay.
I think you're going to do what, Monday and Wednesday or
Whatever's needed.
Well, let the guys know now.
I'm a trooper. Whatever's needed, I'll I'm there for you, buddy.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. And
now,
then we got some
Saturday, you're
videos
going to have a
coming out.
video instead of the live stream.
Correct.
Saturday.
Yes.
Okay. So really, I'm on the hook Monday and Wednesdays then.
Okay, and we have a shout out to give. Well, 2 shout outs actually. Well, coming through. Let's see who we got here. First up, we got Rev Doc, who bought 3 coffees and says 20 coffee challenge. Let's help the crew take care of the obligations of the stream. I'm starting it off with 3. Only 17 to go. I know we can get there. Thank you, Rev Doc. Highly appreciated.
Let's go Thunder.
And then we got another shout out to give. Now, come on, watch, get off there. To who's this? I have no idea. It's somebody
Anonymous.
that wants to be anonymous. He says, bought us 3 coffees, someone, and says, love your show.
Oh, God.
Thank you, someone. If you don't click the box for your name to be made public, I can't give you a shout out. It just comes up as someone. So it's anonymous. But thank you, someone. I
It's
appreciate it.
funny. I met one of the subscribers. I went early last night to get my meal, eat in peace. I figured, okay. A little after 4:30 arrived and sat down, and immediately a guy was, hey, Brooke, oh, hello, how you doing? And anyways, so I went over and chit-chatted after I ordered, waiting for the food. And he says, yeah, I've been here 2 years. I just found your channel 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was great.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
he's
And
a
that was
nice
his
guy.
first meet and greet. And
He says he hasn't made any friends in 2 years since he's been here. And
yeah,
he's so
well, he was
glad
on the
found our
dark
channel.
side.
Yeah.
And, he said, well, that's part of the problem, but he loves the jumped in area better than the dark side. The thing with the dark side, guys, you're going to find should you go there. Yeah, prices are probably a little cheaper. There's a lot of homes you can rent.
Yeah.
But you're going to probably be traveling to the non-dark side for all your entertainment, shopping, malls. So it's, a little more isolated over there. We used to go to breakfast on Monday mornings at Route 66, and that was a hell of a drive. Took us half an hour to get there. And I know when we switched it, a lot of the guys came to us and said, thank God. It's a lot closer for us here because everybody lives on this side. So, yeah, that was good.
But a fantastic restaurant, though, Route 66.
Oh,
I love
heavens,
the
yeah.
food.
I just wish they were on this side.
Ditto. And we got another shout out to give. This one's to Future Planner, who bought us a coffee and says, hi, Bitcoin boys. Thanks for your work. Hanging in on MicroStrategy, Stretch, and Bitcoin bag. Would welcome a pump. Been thinking 5X in 2 years when I retire. He's very bullish. 5X in 2 years? Yeah, I could see that because we'll be at the next halving. And what's MicroStrategy? Roughly 160 a share.
Yeah, 160. I think it's a good buy. It's I've got some options expiring on this Mara dog, this turd I've been in for quite a while. It's funny. I was in Riot, Clean Spark, and Mara as my miners way back in time.
Yeah.
And of all of them, I kept Mara because of the size of their Bitcoin bag. It was the biggest.
Right.
It turns out, wrong. Riot and Clean Spark have done way better than Mara. And I think a lot of it's to do, believe it or not, with the AI. because Riot and CleanSpark had a lot of energy, production facilities, and they've kind of rented it to the AI boys, and mining when it's down. So they're still in it, but yeah. So if this MERA expires and my shares get called, hopefully they will. I'll probably be putting it, to other use. Let's say.
So thank you, Future Planner, for the coffee. Now you got me into CleanSpark way back in the day. Remember that?
Yeah.
I bought in at $14 a share, and this was pre-halving, the last halving that we had with Bitcoin. It went up to $26 a share and started coming down. And when it got down to 22, I sold. So I sold it all. You told me I was stupid for selling, and then it went down to $9. And I'm like, I'm glad I got rid of that.
Yeah. Yep. No, they're volatile. I don't recall telling you were stupid to sell. I think you made a profit. That's always
I did. I made a profit. But you thought it was going to go a lot higher because you said after Bitcoin runs, the miners run.
You've only had 2 stupid sales that I remember.
Which ones? Tesla?
No, first one was that strategy sale way back then.
I sold it for a profit.
Yeah.
I didn't get out below.
No.
I didn't do a Brooke
and
Snyder
the second
on
was the
Misty.
Tesla. All right, blister for your sister. The price of gold in Guatemala right now, it's like a Guatemalan gold factory. I don't quite follow that, but
well, I do know that here in Thailand, when gold did a run and it went over to $5,500 an ounce, people in Thailand were trying to sell their gold to the gold shops for a huge profit. The gold shops refused to buy it.
Yeah.
Said, we're not going to pay you that
at that price.
At $5,500 an ounce.
They were offering what, $4,500?
45, yeah. They'll say, we'll buy it off you at 45. Well, that's not the market value. The market value is this. Well, we don't pay the market value. So good luck trying to sell your gold. The great thing about Bitcoin and crypto is you can sell it at the price because you're going to get it then and there. Try and do it at a gold and silver shop. The people in China, when silver went on a hell of a run, they were lining up outside silver shops to sell their silver. They refused to buy it. Said, no, we're not buying it at any price. We're not interested.
We think it's overvalued.
So that's the problem with owning precious metals and trying to sell them unless you buy them on the stock exchange.
Well, that's it. You can buy the ETFs.
Yeah, then you got a better chance of getting.
And that's pretty well 1-to-1. So if gold goes to 5,500 again, your share, ETF shares will reflect that value. They're not going to be discounted at 4,500 like if you had the raw gold. And the other thing with that, guys, like you want to leave or take the gold, you can't. You can't take the gold with you. You can't take the silver with you.
Yeah.
These shares you own in the ETFs, you can hop on a plane and be out of here. No problem. So that's, in my opinion, the way to go.
Yeah. And next shout out, it goes to Ernie, our buddy Ernie, who bought us 5 coffees and says, coffee, smoothies for Coop, Brooke, and the girls. Keep up the good work. And thank you, Ernie. God bless you. And have a safe trip to the Philippines next month.
I think June 11th.
Yeah.
I says, Ernie, how long are you going for? He's going to meet a lovely lady.
Yeah.
And
that he's met previously.
He said, yeah, I think he said 10 days, depending on how things work out. And I said, geez, I hope they work out for you. I guess if they don't, you'll be staying longer. And he thought about it for a second. Yeah, maybe. So hopefully things work out.
Great guy, great friend.
Yeah.
Very good bowler, very competitive. He gives me a very good game of bowling, and he wins just as much as I do. So he'll win one game, I'll win the next, and that's the way we've always been. But he's extremely good.
Well, I know Ernie. He'll meet
him and Jack too. Jack's good.
Oh yeah,
too.
Jack's in keeping me up to date on the performances and no, I hope Ernie meets the right Filipina. I'm sure he will, and I think you'll have 2 happy campers.
Yeah.
Z Cavarici says, any chance you can do a show featuring how you handle being a Thai tax resident on the retirement visa? We can do that right now for you.
Well, basically, we said all along in the 3 years that we've been going on YouTube, we pay 0 tax in Thailand on our income coming in because it's already taxed in our respective countries, and we have a dual taxation our countries have a dual taxation agreement with Thailand. So therefore, on pensions, on Social Security, on disability, you pay zero. On the stocks that we own that we're making money on, we pay our taxes in our country on that. So therefore, when we transfer any of that money over, it's higher than the amount that you would pay in Thailand. So therefore, Thailand doesn't tax you, and there's no need to be have a Thai tax number.
A lot of the subscribers, I'm sure this is one of them, have watched videos from other channels
and hear
indicating, indicating, oh, here, if you're here more than 180 days, you are technically a Thai tax resident.
Yeah.
And technically, those statements are correct. However, in practice, you'll realize going forward, there's tax treaties with all the countries that we have subscribers from. And those tax treaties allow for non-taxation of 99.99% of the income we all generate.
Yeah.
The only time I think you need to be careful is if you own property here, say a condo, and you're renting it out to whoever for Thai baht. You're earning that money in this country, and you're here as, say, a retiree for over 180 days. Well, then technically, not only are you a Thai tax resident, but you've earned income in Thailand.
Correct. Then you are required to pay Thai tax.
Although we are, both Coop and I, technically Thai tax residents, we don't earn any income here.
No.
The income that's generated for all of us here, and again, most of the subscribers, is earned from our home country, meaning pensions, retirement allowances, investments, whatever, and brought over here. Now, that's a separate issue. Well, what if they start taxing income we bring in here? Well, hold it. You've already paid taxes in your home country. That's what these tax treaties are for. You'll never see that happen. And should it, you'll see an exodus of retirees like you wouldn't believe. So, and lastly, I have never in 4 years met an expat who's, number one, obtained a Thai tax number, which you need to file, and secondly, ever filed Thai taxes.
Unless they own a business here.
Well, okay, let's go there.
Yeah.
If you've got a work permit, you own a business, that's totally separate kettle of fish.
We're talking retirees.
Well, and I mean, sure, there's probably people here that have gone that route of getting a work permit and opening a business, maybe with a Thai lady. Well, okay, fine, pay your taxes. The taxes here are cheap, cheaper than our home country. So a lot of that's FUD. Don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up with, oh, you're a tax resident. Like technically, you're not supposed to speed. The speed limit's 60 km/h. You're not supposed to go over that. Everybody does. You know what I mean? Like, hello. So, yeah. Reb Doc, hey fellas, looking forward to a great show. Hit the like button, buy me a coffee for the crew.
There you go.
Oh, and buy a coffee.
And buy a coffee for the crew. Thank you, Reb Doc. Much appreciated.
Snowbird from Alaska, hello. What a day for Bitcoin, eh? Wild ride indeed. Yeah, it's volatile. What are we at? 75,990, 75,790, sorry. Yeah.
Staying in that range.
Well,
waiting to see what's going to happen.
I don't think it'll go under 70, and if it does, I'm going to start picking up.
Ditto.
Yeah. The only buy I see right now is Solana. I think it's terribly undervalued. Although I've been kind of watching these inflows into XRP.
XRP and Solana are doing well right now.
Well, assets under management are growing. In fact, they're a little bit bigger than Solana, which to me blew me away.
XRP overtook Solana,
yeah, I can't understand that. Now, you know, the price of XRP hasn't done shit. So I still think it's the faster horse in the race is going to be Solana. Solana is the one that's making money and has the majority of the transactions. And as Jamie at Best Answer says, you know, the winners take most, and it's the winner. So it's going to grab most of that.
I think it's going to be the other one. I think XRP is going to beat Solana.
Oh,
so I'm betting on the other side of the fence.
And yet you own Solana and you don't own XRP, is my understanding.
Not yet. Okay. I plan on buying some XRP though.
Really?
Yep. On my Thai,
big mistake, huge.
On my Thai crypto exchange.
I wish you well.
I'm going to buy another. Well, I put $5,000 full disclosure, into Solana.
Okay.
I plan on putting another 5,000 in XRP.
Wow.
I'm hedging my bet.
Mr. Large.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yep. That's diversifying. Terry Fallon from Bancroft. Hello, Snowbird. How's everything up there in Alaska? Maybe it's warming up there. Captain Action, what a sail. Hello. It's cool and rainy here in Florida. It's in the Tampa area. Enjoy your day.
Okay, thank you, Captain Action. Henry.
Yeah, the new guy there I was talking to you earlier, Coop, he was from St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah, so what a sail. Captain Action, rainy day here on the coast in Texas. Better than hot, though. Okay.
Yeah, I love the hot. Give me the heat any day of the week.
Yeah, we've become acclimated. Terry Fallon, Captain Action. How's it going in Florida, Henry? Howdy, Pilgrim. Hello to you and
They're
your
talking
family,
amongst
says
themselves
Captain
again. Yeah.
Action. Yeah, swarm warfare is the future. Talking about drones, eh?
It is the future.
Yeah.
What Ukraine can do with drones. And I mean, they've been fighting to get supplies in, weapons to defend themselves. And a lot of countries have pulled back and said, hey, we're giving you as much as we're going to give you. You're not going to the negotiating table. You're not trying to advocate for, ceasefire, peace, end of war, whatever. And Ukraine says, we're not giving up half our country in exchange. They invaded us. Yeah. And I can agree with what Zelensky is saying.
Yeah, in a way, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him. But they've become a hell of a resistant fighter force.
Yeah.
Think of the World War II. You had the French Revolution. Well, they weren't called the Revolution. They're called something else. The freedom fighters for France. That were against the Nazis during World War II.
Oh, the resistance.
Resistance. That's the word. Well, I think that's what's happening with Ukraine, and they're figured out how to make cheap weapons. They can take out $1 million tank with $1,000 drone.
Yeah, multi-million-dollar tank.
Exactly. So it's a no-brainer.
Well, and I don't even think they're $1,000 these drones. I think a lot of them are getting to be around $100.
Yeah, they're building their own now.
Well, yeah. In fact, their technology now, the Israelis are buying it from Ukraine. You know what I mean?
Well, Russia.
Some of the Middle East countries are buying the technology.
Russia went out, Brooke, and they bought all these scanning equipment for drones that they could destabilize their signal. All right. So what did Ukraine do? They thought, okay, we're going to go out and buy shitloads of fiber optic cable. And they put a long tether on them.
Yeah.
So these scanners couldn't deactivate the signal, and they were targeting the scanners, taking them out.
Fly-by-wire, I think.
Fly-by-wire, they called it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so they're doing fantastically well.
Necessity.
Yeah.
Necessity is the mother of invention, they say. Snowbird, Terry Fallon, a balmy 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh, that's cold.
That's up in Alaska.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was 45 last time he was on. Terry Fallon, like Captain Action. Thumbs up, boys.
Yeah. And he'll be out here later this year.
Rick Price. Hello, you bunch of breaky bogarts. Terry Fallon. Wow, Snowbird. 27 Celsius up in Bancroft. That's nice weather.
That's nice weather right there. Yeah.
Like a month ago, he had snow.
That's about 75 degrees. That's
There's
ideal.
Your difference. Ricardo Cooper is right about the retaliation from Russia that's coming. There is a correction, though. The established media has manufactured consent for what is actually happening. That is the US-UK NATO war on Russia.
I don't think it's going to go to that.
No.
I really don't. I think Putin's realized his back is against the wall and that he can't win guerrilla warfare. And that's what it is, in a sense, guys. It's guerrilla warfare, and it's very hard to win. That's why America couldn't win in Vietnam. So with that, he's got to do something drastic to end it before it becomes an absolute embarrassment to him and his government. So I think that's why he's told all the NATO countries, get the hell out of Kyiv now.
Okay, well, we'll see.
What that drastic thing is, I don't know.
Trump moved 5,000 troops into
Poland. Yeah,
Yeah,
from Germany.
from Germany.
Yeah.
Pissed off at the Germans, so he moved to Poland. They'll welcome with
Mm.
open arms. Johnny Poulos, there's a blast from the past.
Mm.
Hey, Coop, when you get to Mount Olympus, say hello to Uncle Zeus and Apollo for me,
Okay.
and remind him to drop a few bitcoins through the clouds.
I'll be standing there with my bucket.
That's in Greece.
Yeah,
And Johnny
we're going
has-
there, Mount Olympus.
Johnny has some Greek roots. let's
Yes, he
say
does.
So, and he does know how to make a terrific Greek coffee.
I'll be bringing some back
Okay.
for him. Yeah.
When Johnny, come on over here, Johnny. You can bunk with me if you need a place for a while. Ricardo, Russia was provoked yet again,
Mhm.
and the time for poking the bear is now over. It's not a war between Ukraine and Russia. It's the US, UK, and NATO uses Ukraine as their proxy. Yeah, they don't want to put their own troops in harm's way. So
Well, of
maybe
course
you-
not. They're not going to put their
and they're
troops there.
definitely financing Ukraine. So I understand his point.
Well, I
thinking
mean, you
that
think
way.
about it. America finances Taiwan.
To some extent.
Yeah. Anytime Taiwan needs more weapons and more airplanes, they always buy them from the U.S. government.
Well, there you go. I wouldn't say they're financing them necessarily. They get paid, but
Yeah.
Taiwan's got money.
And Ukraine's got a shitload of Bitcoin too. Something most people don't know.
I did not know.
They are
Well,
actually the fourth largest holder of Bitcoin on the planet from governments around the world.
Well, I know when the war broke out, even the Russians, but Ukraine's as well, they all ran to convert their currencies, the fiat money,
Into
paper,
Bitcoin.
into Bitcoin.
Yep.
Interesting. how that
Interesting, yep.
happens. Rick Price, Niagara Falls, 20 degrees centigrade or 70 Fahrenheit, perfect for a barrel ride over the falls. Well, Rick, I'll be there to watch you.
Didn't several people have attempted that
Oh, many.
and
over
died
years.
doing it?
Yeah, and some have survived.
I think that Houdini did it, didn't he?
I
Back in
don't
the day,
recall
wasn't
that,
I
no.
think that was his biggest claim to fame, that Houdini went over a barrel over the Niagara Falls?
I don't think so, but
Let me know in the comments,
yeah,
folks.
yeah.
I think I recall that happening.
Blister from your sister. Kramer seems to agree with you guys about rate cuts.
Oh,
You know what that means. Yeah, hikes are coming.
I don't like it when Kramer agrees with us.
There's something called the inverse Kramer.
Yes.
And
Whatever he
some-
says, the market does the opposite.
Well, they tracked all his predictions, and apparently, if you did the opposite of what he predicted,
You'd be making money.
you were making money.
Correct.
You know, if you followed what he predicted, not so good.
Yeah. But he's still liked and still on the air. I don't know why.
Well, he's a bit of a comical fellow.
yeah.
And he's a smart guy, don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
he knows and researches these companies, but it's pretty hard to predict, I think, specific companies the way because he'll put a prediction on every one of them.
I know.
He doesn't sit on the fence.
Yeah.
Like he either likes it or he don't, and he'll tell you probably the reason. But yeah, so interesting fellow. I used to follow him religiously back in the day.
I
but
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, not
You come over my house in the Philippines and watch him.
Yep. but
Yeah.
not anymore. Alfa Romeo, hello everyone. Up and to the right. Yes.
Fingers
Alpha.
crossed. Yeah.
He's coming next month. 2 months, maybe. Robert Pierpont, the oil situation will not be fixed for years.
See.
It's 100% not some short-lived thing.
And he thinks like me. I say minimum, absolute minimum. If everything runs 100% efficiency, you're looking at 6 months. That's my bear case, bull case scenario. My bear case is going to take a year to 18 months, and he's saying even maybe 2 years.
What's the oil situation?
Well, a lot of countries are hurting around the world
Hurting
for aviation fuel, for gasoline.
Well,
To
you
fuel
know
their
what solves
cars.
that problem? High prices.
Well, you look at Vietnam. Vietnam's one of the worst hit right now. They're saying, we're out. That's it. We're done.
Out of what?
Fuel.
Poor
Yeah.
planning.
Yeah, they've cut, I think, 90% of their flights now. They're down to 10% left.
No aviation fuel. Well, that'll rectify itself rather quickly.
Yeah.
Thailand sent jet fuel to the Philippines
Hmm.
just this past week. Interesting. So obviously and the government said that won't affect our reserves.
No.
This was excess reserves we didn't really need. they're helping out one of their fellow Asian countries.
Yeah.
ASEAN, or how they pronounce that. And yeah, so good for them.
Yeah. And Roger bought us 5 coffees and says, see you two at Amazon Coffee one day.
Roger the Dodger.
Thank you, Roger. Didn't he come up and say hello to us at Amazon that time?
He did. Out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Yeah.
He was walking down Jump Jim.
I know you guys.
Cooper! Yeah, thank you, Roger. God bless you, brother. Much appreciated.
Yes, thank you. Jerry Fallon. Hey, Alfa Romeo. How you doing, buddy? Timmy P from Edmonton. Good day, Coop, Brooke, and everyone. Hope all is well.
We are. How you
We're in
doing,
the land
Timmy?
of smiles, guys. Paradise here. Alfa Romeo. Terry, all good in the hood down in Stony Creek. Robert Pierpont. No rate cuts are coming. Walsh, Powell neither run the Fed. It's a team. They vote. It's not what Powell nor Walsh that decide. The team does.
Well, he's got the final vote.
Look, he's got a point, Robert, but they tend to see this is all behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You know, so there could be an initial, and I see this happening. Initially, no, we shouldn't cut rates. Walsh will come in, give his piece. They say, okay, well, maybe he's right. Maybe we better give him this one. You know what I mean? And I think with the new guys, they give them a bit of time to settle in. So yeah. Him being the head guy, he will have a lot of weight. But technically, Robert is kind of right. They do have votes in there, and he can. I think you're right too. He can decide what to do, but.
Well, the way I understand it is he's got 51% of the vote.
Okay.
And they have 49%. So he could have everybody go against him and still vote it through.
I don't think that's ever happened, or would it ever. They would come up with a consensus.
Well, it happened during Nixon's time in office. You remember the big Watergate scandal?
Yep.
Yeah, well, they drastically cut rates to move the attention away from Nixon at the time. Not a lot of people know this. But I love programs like the Discovery Channel, the History Channel, and stuff like that. I watch them all the time. And they did a deep dive behind the scenes, what was actually happening with the Fed. And that was one thing they were doing to take the media's attention away from what was going on with Watergate, you know, so they didn't do an investigation to find out Nixon was behind it all. And they artificially lowered the rates.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Everybody was against it except for the Fed chair, because the Fed chair had a private meeting with Nixon only 2 days before the announcement. For those conspiracy theorists
Nixon
out
was
there.
doing everything to obfuscate the truth, let's say. And because I was watching it back then, I was in university.
I remember it.
And I would whip home, you know, either between classes after, and I would turn on that and I'd be glued to it. The testimonies.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was this and that, and nothing was happening, and this was boring. And after a while, you think, what the Christ say? Until a guy named Dean sat down. And the question was, now, was there any notes taken or recordings of, you know, these? Well, yeah, they have. What? They have recording devices in the Oval Office?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we need, you know, and that's how it all started.
Yes.
And then they gave them the recordings, except there was deletions in the recordings.
Highly
and
redacted.
The secretary had done it, you know, apparently on her own. She was an author, you know, wasn't told to do it, just bullshit.
Yeah, threw her under the carpet. Yeah.
Well, things started going crazy then. And he tried to fire Cox, I think, or maybe he did fire him, the special investigator. Like, he was going to get impeached.
Well, Carter gave him a pardon. Remember that? Jimmy Carter gave Nixon a pardon.
Actually, to be honest with you, no, I don't remember that, because it wasn't Carter.
Who was it?
Gerald Ford.
Was it Ford that gave it? I thought it was Carter.
You're lucky I'm here to
well, you
correct your revisionist history.
I was 6 years old, 7 years old at the time.
Gerald Ford was the VP.
Okay.
And the guy before him was Spiro Agnew. Now, Spiro Agnew was, you could politely call him a gangster. Okay, the guy was crooked as a snake in a wagon rut. And so yeah. Anyways, he got he was going to get impeached, so he quit. And they brought in Gerald Ford because he was squeaky clean. Gerald Ford was a one of these guys.
Right.
Turned out to be a pretty good guy. So but they never figured in their wildest dreams he'd ever become president. And when Nixon went up the plane and said, "I am not a crook," goodbye, and left, Ford took over.
Yeah.
And immediately pardoned, because he didn't
Yeah.
want, okay, look at, they'd still go after Nixon if he didn't do that, and that would have created just havoc in the political process.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's enough history lesson. Let's continue.
There we go. Yeah.
Terry Fallon, hello, Timmy P from Alberta. How you doing, buddy? Timmy says, Terry Fallon, greetings, Terry. Doing well, my friend. Just watching the Jays game and getting the same heat wave you folks are. Hit 30 degrees up in Alberta, Edmonton today, and for the rest of the weekend. Well, that's getting warm.
Well, it was hot as hell here yesterday. It was 38 degrees in the shade yesterday.
Yeah.
In the shade. So in direct sunlight, it was probably closer to 42.
Yeah, but hang on. What I love here is it's kind of steady year round. You do get acclimated to the heat, Coop. I love it. I'm like you. I'll be on that bike, and I don't care if I'm on a bike at noon hour heading home. It's maybe a 15-minute ride. The sun feels great.
It does.
You're getting a bit of wind, so
and then you got
good.
the beach, the ocean breeze coming in and cooling you down.
Yeah,
while
you
you
can sit on a hammock under an umbrella on the beach and just think life don't get any better. Now, here's Timmy. Timmy's in Edmonton, and a month ago he probably had snow. So you go a month later from snow to 30 degrees. Can't see that being too healthy on the body.
It can't.
The extremes.
No. So Timmy P says that Terry Fallon.
Doing well, my friend. Yeah, we already read that.
And for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, a week. Okay, gotcha.
Timmy P's, yeah. Ricardo, I see Alti has a higher dividend this week, 39 cents. Looking forward to seeing the Misty payout. I moved out of Alti and shifted those funds to Misty after Coop prompted me to look closer at that situation.
In a bear market, Misty will always go down, like Bitcoin and MicroStrategy. In a bull market, watch out. It's going to take off along with it. They're keeping the profits for a rainy day, which is great. They're rolling out their synthetics to better prices, I believe, and they're doing a fantastic job. They'll stay in the 20s for a while, but I say by September, if we got the Clarity Act passed by then, and the Warsh decides he's going to do whatever against everybody what they're thinking and cuts rates, I can see Misty by September overtaking Alti.
Well,
and stock price.
The only thing, like, based on the market, I think Misty's going to be directly related to strategy.
Yes.
Strategy's pretty well directly related to Bitcoin. So, whatever Bitcoin does, Misty's going to do. I do think Bitcoin's pretty cheap now. I think strategy's pretty cheap now. And I think Misty's pretty cheap now.
Yeah.
Am I buying it? Yep. I got burnt and I ain't getting back in. But I think...
Well, you sold at a loss.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't you just hold it and keep collecting dividends?
I thought there was faster horses, and I was right. I got into Tesla. I'm much happier in Tesla. I don't care.
Okay.
I'll sit back and sleep good at night. Misty, I was out. Jesus Christ, it's down again. NAV erosion. But I think that's probably ended.
They fixed the NAV erosion.
Well, the other thing I realized, Coop, is a Canadian, they tax the shit out of everything. And I didn't get my 50 cents of whatever. I got 15% less. They took that right off the top, the U.S. government, or whatever. So I can't even claim it back. You know what I mean?
You didn't get a return of capital check in February like the rest of us did?
Well,
no, you didn't hold the stock for a year. That's why.
No, I actually did get a return of that. And why am I getting this back? Well, it was because it was a return of capital.
Yeah.
But that's slowly running out. Eventually, you don't have that anymore, and then you don't end up getting it back.
Yeah.
But I had long sold the stock before that came in. It was a nice welcome gift, let's say. But now with Alti, Ricardo, it's more based on, I think there's still at 15 or 20 or 30 stocks underlying.
There's a whack of them, yeah.
Yeah, and so you're a little more market related on that versus Misty, which is strictly the value of strategy. So, but I wouldn't say it's a bad buy now, especially if you're in a favorable tax treatment on it, and also if you need that income like weekly or monthly. So
it could announce 30 cents tonight. It could. I could see that because they do have dry powder. that they're sitting on. They did well with their synthetics. All three of them made bank. So they could feasibly pay 30 cents. I'm going a little bit under that. I'm being a little bit conservative and saying 28.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even focus on what the payments are. It's I realized with those stocks, it was more the NAV erosion.
Yeah.
And that was the killer. I was getting well paid, but the goddamn NAV erosion was more than I was getting paid. Damn near, you know. So, but now I think the NAV erosion is basically priced in.
Steady now.
Steady, yes.
Steady.
So I don't see it. I mean, sure, if Bitcoin went to 60 grand, strategy goes to $1.10, yeah, Misty will be down, but I don't see that happening.
No.
You know, if anything, the opposite. Bitcoin goes to 80 or 90 grand, strategy is probably $1.80, $1.90, 200. Misty's going to follow it, you know, from 23 to who knows, 27, 28.
Yeah.
And your payments are continuing at the same time, hopefully higher.
And you're making money on the stock as well.
Do your research.
Yeah.
And again, this is not financial advice.
Nope.
We are simply two guys on the internet giving you our opinions. Snowbird, my news feed today said that SpaceX and Tesla will merge. What's that all about?
Go ahead. You're the big Tesla guru in the house.
Correctamundo.
Go for it.
I think Elon has a game plan. People I don't think realize that. And he's thought about this for, you know, years, not days or weeks, months. And I think the plan is that they will eventually merge because space is the future. He's proven he's got the best rocket technology. He's delivered more into space than anybody else.
Yeah.
These new rockets are going to be super efficient. So he's getting it down where he can put a pound of or kilogram, whatever they call it, of goods into space at the cheapest price. We're talking pennies or dollars compared to hundreds of dollars by any other company. So that's going to be the winner. So yes, I believe they will merge. A lot of it's going to be the AI relation. They're two different companies, obviously, in what they focus on, but they have similarities in the fact that AI is throughout both of these things. So they're going to want to put these data centers in space. They'll need the rocket technology to do that. Tesla has the need for the you know, data centers, and yeah, they've got the Colossus 1 and Colossus 2. So yeah, I could see that happening. Now, the question is, I think when, not if. Some people say it's going to be around the corner. I don't believe that. I think both companies will establish themselves. So maybe it'll be a year to 2 years down the road, but eventually I can see it happening.
Okay.
And keep in mind now, Elon is still going to be the majority owner, at least having the say, let's call it, in both of the companies, more so in SpaceX, but he still have a big share in Tesla, enough to say, hey, I think we should merge, and it'll go.
I don't know. Okay, got another shout out from Ricardo. Bought us 3 coffees and says, thanks, darling Cooper and Brooke, for helping us find a vision of a better future in the land of smiles. I will get there one fine day. And thank you, Ricardo, for the 3 coffees. Highly, highly appreciated, guys. It's nice that if I can break even on the costs that I pay out to give you all this free information every single week, 3 times a week, guys. It does cost us money, and I do appreciate you guys chipping in and say, hey, Coop, we don't want you to run the channel at a loss here. We'll help you out. It is highly appreciated. So thank you from Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. God bless you all.
Was not complaining, but he was telling me how much he was spending on this and that. He's very frugal, watches every, you know, bought. And, you know, the girlfriend was costing a little more than he had thought. And I says, look it, you're a happy guy, ain't you? Yeah. You're happy you're here? Yeah. Just go make more money. What the hell? Don't worry about the spending. Go make more money. Yeah.
And I have an announcement to give in the middle of the comment section. And that announcement is our internet has been upgraded to 2 gig now.
Oh,
and
large.
It happened last week. So on Monday's live stream, I rewatched it on the boob tube. At no time did either of our cameras freeze at all.
What used to in the old ones?
On the old ones, I'd hear you talking, but your face would freeze, or sometimes you'd hear me talking and my face would freeze. On Mondays, everything was perfect.
What do you got now? 1 gig?
2.
2 gig?
Yeah.
Mr. Large.
And I've done a speed test, and the speed test on the Wi-Fi is coming through at 1 gig
Wowzer.
on the Wi-Fi. Now, we
Nice.
don't have Ethernet cables connected to our laptops here to talk to you guys, but when I connect it via the Ethernet cable, we're getting about 1.5 gig.
Well, and you said you're watching CNBC now.
Yes, with 0 buffering.
At my prompting, by the way. You're enjoying it,
Yep.
and you're getting no buffering.
Yep, no buffering.
See, I still get buffering on
Yeah.
mine, and I'm only half a gig up or down, but
Yeah.
I'm not even getting that. I think.
It all has to do with your internet speed and your latency.
Okay.
The higher the speed, the lower the latency, the lower the ping, the better you're going to have, and you're not going to have that delay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, please. Terry Fallon, Timmy P, feeling good. Great training for Thailand. Yep. Come on down. Mai says, good day from Ripley, Queensland, in the land of the lost.
Come here to the land of the found, buddy.
I don't know where Ripley is, but it's obviously Queensland. Rick Price, I can't believe they made Warsh the new Federal Reserve chairman. His first official act, promising to wash away all the inflation. We'll see. We'll see.
Little play on words there. Well done, Rick.
He's a smart guy. I don't have any problem, and even the Democrats voted for him.
Yeah.
You know. Timmy P says that Terry Fallon agreed. Same day last year, we were at 30 degrees centigrade. But my favorite part, barbecue season is back full time rather than the periodic occasion at minus 20.
Ooh.
We'd still barbecue when it was minus 20 and you'd be running. Robert Pierpont, need to discuss SpaceX. The market will stay golden till SpaceX IPOs.
Okay.
So what's going to happen? Well, it's going to suck a lot of money into the IPO, that's for sure. Now I think I'm getting it right away and riding the pump, but the longer short term is where I don't know.
He goes on to say,
yeah, there are so many oddities in this IPO. Early inclusion in indexes, he's right there. The shorter lockout period, correct. Elon needs it to pump like a meme stock. A tiny part of the float is only getting released. Yeah, he's right on that, a tiny part. So
yeah,
when you have that huge demand and only a tiny part, it'll probably send the price through the roof. So like I say, if you can get in on the early stage, you might sell it the same day and double your money.
Yeah.
Wahin says a rate cut when inflation is near 4% and rising, that is a recipe for stagflation in today's economy. It could be a normally that would be the recipe, but I think people are underestimating, Powell especially, the benefits to the economy of AI.
Yes.
In the way that it's reducing costs, eliminating the need necessarily for these extra employees. I mean, these companies, when they're cutting thousands of employees in one fell swoop, they're not doing that to lose money.
No.
You see what I mean? And so I think that's going to overcome this issue of stagflation. I think the economy is going to start roaring. You'd think with that you'd see a lower index market like S&P price and Dow. And that, no, I think
it's ripping to new all-time highs.
I think
every
so,
week
guys.
now for what, 2 months, Brooke?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like a lot of, but then when you analyze it, it's maybe why. So maybe it wasn't that out of the realm of possibility. Robert Pierpont, there is serious talk that if SpaceX memes to like 4 trillion in value, they're looking at initially issuing it around 2 trillion.
Yes, I heard that.
And then, so he's figuring they would double to 4, meaning the share price would double. What it gives Elon the chance to combine Tesla and SpaceX into one company. It possibly might, but
I don't think Elon will do it. And the reason I don't, Robert, and everybody else watching, including Brooke, my co-host, the reason I don't think he will do it because he gave up overall control of Tesla. to the board.
Well,
So the board has many times outvoted him. And I don't think he's willing to give up SpaceX.
no, his latest pay package
I
got
know the pay package is fantastic to keep him on.
well,
with the
not just
company.
money, it's in stock.
I know.
And the stock compensation puts him back up where he has de facto control. Okay, like if you get 25% or more, you basically have de facto control, because your block of shares goes one way only. You know, it's the way you vote, and he's got enough guys that'll vote with him. You know, pension funds, big guys. So but and he's going to have a bigger holding in SpaceX. So I don't think that's going to be the issue. Basically, my view is this: whatever Elon wants to do is going to happen. However, saying that, he's only going to want to do something if it's for the benefit of mankind, and the companies going forward. So he's so far ahead of the average guy in the visions, let's say. Yeah, okay, maybe Mars is down the road further than we thought, but so what?
I think they're talking 2039.
Yeah,
for
well,
Mars.
good luck with that. It'll be the moon first.
Yeah.
Even that will be astounding once that happens.
Oh, heck yeah.
And after that happens, well, it ain't so hard to go a little further, by that time.
Yeah.
So I think he's a visionary. Here's the only problem I see ever, Coop. If something happens to Elon, good luck.
Yeah.
I would seriously think, oh shit, I don't know if I need to be in this anymore.
But I think
hopefully that never happens.
I think he got bit with Tesla, and he realized his mistake by giving up control of it to the board. And I don't think he's willing to make that same mistake with SpaceX. That's his new baby.
Well, no, but I think with the amount of shares he owns in both, should he merge them, it'll be a slam dunk.
He don't need the money.
He don't need the money, but he'll still control. And why he wants that? He doesn't want the same thing to happen to the companies as happened to OpenAI, which he basically funded because it was a charity to, do the research and get into AI. And then this Sam Altman bozo took a totally different direction.
I think the only way Elon would merge those two companies is if he had 51% control.
I don't think
he wouldn't do it for less than that.
You could and still control it.
I think they could outvote him. Time will tell.
Yeah. Terry Fallon, guys, time for some special time with the wife. Well done. Take care, everybody. Wish me luck at 69.
Okay. Enjoy the position, buddy. With the wife.
No idea what that means. Paul App says, hey, guys, the Fed board has to vote for rate changes. The chairman is not a dictator. Will be interesting to see.
He's not, but I think he's like a chairman of a board where he has that
a lot
deciding
of sway.
Vote.
Yeah, a lot of sway.
The deciding vote is the way I understand it. For example, strategy, Michael Saylor. Okay, he has 45% of the vote. Whenever there's a shareholder vote, he has 45% of the vote.
Yeah,
just his one vote.
45%.
So he only needs 6% of people to agree with him, and he's got a majority. And I think that's similar to the Fed chair. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys. I do recall that happening when Nixon was president. Maybe it's changed since then. I don't know, but I do remember my revisionist history, as Brooke likes to call it, that it did happen once before. So let's see.
Robert Pierpont, he's talking about SpaceX here, needs to hold that $4 trillion value for like 13 days.
That would be awesome. Why 13 days? Because is that what you're going to do? A call on? Cover call spread?
Well, yeah, that's too early for that. No. Well, look I don't think these shares are going to be cheap, buddy.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be very, very high price. So to get 100 shares, yeah, that might not happen. Wahin says, do you guys realize how often over the last year or two even, you've been calling for Bitcoin to run? Let's get a run going. Is that optimism, hopium, or both? Yeah, we see the reason why it should run.
Yes.
The need for Bitcoin in the universe. store of value, protect your assets, versus this paper money that every government on the planet's printing. So logically, it makes sense. The adoption is growing consistently. People like Saylor are terrific spokesmen for it and are putting their money where their mouth is. So we tend to believe in what he's spouting. Now, why is it taking this long? That's a good question. The big boys seem to play I think a lot of it has to do with the lack of legislation. I think a lot of it has to do with manipulation. Companies out there, and I'll tell you who they are. They're Binance and Wintermute. Have caused the market to go up or down to wipe out shorts and longs. And until that becomes illegal, currently it's not.
No.
In any other stock that's listed
That would be
and
illegal
regulated,
as all
that's
hell.
illegal.
Yes.
To do that. And wash trading is illegal. They can do all this.
Yes.
Because it's like the Wild West with Bitcoin. However, the cream will rise to the top eventually. When the legislation gets passed, then I think slowly you'll see big wealth funds, sovereign wealth funds, pension funds now being able to invest in Bitcoin, causing the future to look bright. So,
but right now, for the time being, they're investing in strategy. That's what I see.
A lot of them
are put hundreds of millions of dollars into strategy.
Now, so Wahin, I was such a believer that, and I've done that for the last 2 years. I mean, we started, I remember, Coop, Bitcoin was 25,000.
Yes.
And we started covering it, suggesting, hey guys, we think this has got
and it's tripled since then.
Well, yeah, it's tripled. And it did do a 5x,
Yeah.
believe it or not, from that time. Now it's back off to, like 3x. So, but yeah, so it's going to be a buy and hold. I mean, sure, I was too heavy. I've reduced my position in Bitcoin by half, and I've used that to put into what I think are faster assets. What are they? Tesla, Solana. I bought a bit of Palantir. I thought it was cheap, but still, you want to maintain, in my opinion, an opening of Bitcoin for the future. So,
yeah,
as to when, time will tell.
Yeah,
but we're headed there.
Good explanation,
Robert Pierpont. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Don.
I'll give you kudos every now and then.
Oh, rarely. Robert Pierpont. If SpaceX goes to 4 trillion and Tesla's at 1.6, they could offer Tesla holders 1 share of the combined Tesla SpaceX for 2.5 shares of Tesla. But SpaceX would need to hold on to a $4 trillion value to do it. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens on that numbers. Yeah. I think when SpaceX gets issued, you'll see Tesla get pulled with it. So they'll both go up. David Lowe,
hey, David.
Thailand already, and investing in local massage parlors over there is always a great return on investment. He's talking about Thailand, and he's absolutely correct. And you are being a handsome man. It's nice, too, in the land of smile. Speaking of handsome men, I'll tell you guys, every day I'm out, I see expats older than me, and I'm just a young 73, that are walking with beautiful Thai ladies that are anywhere from early 30s to late 40s. Yeah. And the women are gorgeous, and those men are happy as clams.
Yeah.
Wouldn't find that in the West, Coop,
no,
would we?
At all.
Mr. Nutt with his Texas humor, reporting in from Bang Saray. Good morning, CBD and gang. Re-AI, it would make a great replacement as a sidekick. You can even name it Brock Snitters and trademark it. I see. So Robert's plan, he's confided in me. He's going to buy one of these Optimus robots as his partner.
And put a face mask on it to look like you.
Could be, and they'll both be down in Bang Saray.
Okay.
What a sale. Cooper is correctamundo on the SpaceX IPO.
I got those that agree with me, those that agree with you. We got a mixed bag of people on the stream, which is great. I love everybody's opinion.
Oh, good for you. Vegas Chris and Lost Wages says everybody's on the Clarity, putting on their chips on it. And like everything else, there will be a lot of sad people within a week after it passes.
Yeah.
At least it could be. It will give some sort of clarity to the future, and it's a start. At least, like even with you're better with some bad legislation. At least you got regulation because that you can correct.
Yes.
With no
You can make amendments
legislation,
always in the
hey, it's the
future.
Wild West.
Yeah.
Throw your hands up, anything goes, guys. So yeah, that's even a bad, law is
better than no law.
because you
I
can
agree.
correct that bad
And
law.
I can see a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, clarity ain't never going to pass," blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden it passes and the crypto market takes off.
I think the U.S. sees,
And
that,
then they're
hey,
going to be pissed because they didn't buy in.
well, I think it's more, hey, we want to be the leaders. They want to be the leaders in
Yeah.
everything, basically,
Yeah, of
in
course.
the U.S. And with AI and crypto and things like that, if they don't regulate it and get on board, they're not going to be the leaders in
No.
the industry. Well, then someone else will be, and that's not a position they want to be caught in. That's my view.
And it looks like Japan's trying to front run the USA on that.
China's definitely trying to.
Well, no, not China, Japan.
Well,
Japan,
as well as China.
Congress just came out in the news in the last couple of days and said they're going to give all these companies permission to have an ETF for Bitcoin, which is huge news because they've been against it for a long time, like China, and they're doing a complete 360 on it and saying, yes, we're going to allow you to, we're going to allow you to have these ETF, and actually, we want to come up with our own Clarity Act.
Wow, good.
So if the U.S. don't do it, Japan's going to corner the market, and they will.
Back to Wahin, yeah, things are progressing.
Yeah.
It's slower than we had hoped, but it is progressing. So it's headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
Stuart Level, the Fed has been holding up this bubble with their repos. That cash injection will be terminated very soon. A massive correction is coming. That's a guarantee. Caveat emptor, buyer beware. That's why I think, and we've said this, guys, keep some dry powder. I've got more dry powder now than I've had in years, waiting for this correction Stewie's talking about.
And I think the same thing, because countries around the world are dumping U.S. Treasury bonds like crazy right now. And the Fed's got to buy their own bonds.
Yeah. Now, what I see happening with this correction is a terrific buying opportunity.
Oh, heck yeah.
Maybe for one of the few coming forward. What do I mean? I think it won't last long, number one. It's not going to be like, oh, we're in a recession. Oh, my God, we're headed for depression. Oh, my God, the market's tanking, and it stays there for years.
No.
Ain't going to happen. With the amount of liquidity getting flooded in everywhere, it's got to go somewhere. It's going to go into hard assets. A lot of that's in stocks and bonds. Bingo, up and to the right way the markets go. So I think it'll be short-term, short-lived. The good will go down with the bad. Keep your dry powder. Buy the good.
Yeah,
we'll let you know what that is.
I can see that happening too.
Robert Pierpont, when circled IPO'd last year, it took 12 days to peak out, went from 70-ish to 299 on day 12.
Yeah.
Then it fell like a rock to 50, but now it's over 100.
And that's what I'd be looking for with SpaceX.
Yeah.
I can see it doing exactly similar to what
4X
Circle did. I agree with Robert Pierpont 100%. I saw that too with Circle. And I was thinking at 200, should I get in? And I'm like, I think it's going to pop. I think it's going to pop. And then it did. And it went down to, like you said, $50. And I was like, that's a hell of a buying opportunity.
Look, we've all missed out on what we consider to be, I'm too late. And you probably are.
Yeah.
So just hang on, wait for the correction if there is one. And you should never chase, as James says.
No.
Replace. So look, we missed out on Micron. I think I have big time.
Yes.
I'm going to look to replace that with something once it tanks.
Yeah.
Now it might not be Micron. It might be, one of the other chips, memory companies, but we'll see. Boudny says the old adage regarding oil prices, the price shoots up like a rocket, falls like a feather. Yeah. I don't think there's any shortage of oil. And I think with, there's alternative energies coming that,
there's absolutely no shortage of oil whatsoever. But the price will go down. Will it go down to $60? Probably not for another 2 years out, but I can see it hitting 80. Yeah, once the strait opens and you start seeing the, economy slowly picking up and people building up their reserves. And we got a shout out to give to Mike Dottie, who gifted 10 Cooper's Thai Adventure memberships to 10 lucky people in the chat. Thank you, Mike.
Wow,
highly appreciated, buddy. So 10 people at random, nothing to do with us. It's all done by YouTube. It will select 10 people to have the badge next to their name for a full 30 days. Thank you, Mike. God bless you, brother. Highly, highly appreciated.
Robert Pierpont, a space stock mints today went up over 100%. I think it's called mints.
Yeah.
They are the delivery vehicles that move satellites from the payload to their orbit positions. Like SpaceX is the ship and mints is the delivery vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Robert, he's into that. There's always, it's kind of like he's talking about the picks and shovels.
Yeah.
In the gold rush era, it was the picks and shovels seller that made the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is what he's referring to as the picks and shovels are the ancillary companies that'll be around SpaceX to help out. So,
yeah. So what he's looking at basically is he's looking at A and he's looking at C and he's like, well, who's B?
Yeah.
There's got to be a middleman to make all these things happen.
From A to C, how do they get there? Well, they use B. That's how they
exactly.
Get there. So good on you, Robert.
Good for doing your research, buddy.
Hey, listen, we don't have to do all the work here.
No.
Our subscribers are helping us, Coop.
They give us fantastic feedback and advice. Yeah.
Stacy says, Brooke, you should get Brownie back for the Money Matters streams. Have loved his take on these things too.
Well, I'm gone on the cruise.
For Wednesdays. Okay. Brownie is
because I think you'll be doing 2 or 3 Wednesdays while we're gone, because we fly back on a Wednesday, but it'll be too late when we get home for the live stream. So
take a look at that. Sure.
Okay.
Brownie had a lot to do with Money Matters logo, the songs on both channels. So yeah, and he's a very interesting fellow.
Yeah.
He's an Aussie.
There you go. You might have a sidekick with you.
Ernie Jones, Brooke, the series is tied at 2 games apiece, and the Thunder are up by 13 just before the half. Jesus, okay, I stand corrected, Ernie. I didn't think they had a chance. Don't quit your day job.
Well, we got about 10 minutes left, folks. So say your goodbyes now in the comments.
Will do, Ernie.
And let us get through them before the time runs out.
Ernie's from North Texas, by the way. Finch Jane, hello.
Hello, Finch Jane.
Rep Doc, buy copies, everyone. Let's help this maintain this station. Hit that like button. That helps too. Appreciate you guys and Carlina.
And thank you to each and every one that's been a channel member, bought us coffees, and also that subscribe to our ebook. It is highly appreciated.
It helps,
guys.
Yeah.
I've been running this channel for 3 years at a loss, out of my own pocket. It's nice now that people are saying, hey, Coop, we don't want that to happen. Just tell us. We'll be more than happy to buy you a coffee. And it is appreciated, guys. Every little bit does help. I don't want to make a profit. It'd be nice to break even.
I don't mind buying the odd meal too. Yeah. Stinking Rocket says my space stocks and AI stocks are taken off to the moon. Yeah, good. Well done. You got in early. You're laughing, guys. Johnny Poulos, my message disappeared, laughing out loud. So I sent it again. G'day, CBD and viewers. Hope everyone is well. Brooke, you're going to watch the State of Origin game tonight? Absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to that. Robert Pierpont, physical gold and silver only makes sense if you think society would totally collapse and you need that little gold token to get whatever food. Need the physical to trade for goods. I don't see that happening. Physical is for the complete doomsdayers.
Yeah. You're much better off getting into the ETFs. It's easier to sell when the price is high.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to take your gold to a gold shop and get market value for it. They ain't going to pay it because they're going to fear they're going to lose money because the price is going to drop before they can sell it.
Stacy says, anyone going to Clubhouse tonight to watch the Mighty Maroons? Well, that's probably where I'll end up.
Yeah, I won't be there. It's Wednesday today. So
Brownie said something about showing me how to get it on the TV, but I think it's easier if I just go to watch it on the big screen there.
Okay.
Captain Action, Mike Doty and Little Mike, true legends.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, they're copying your act and buying us channel memberships. And thank you, Captain Action, for all those that you bought us in the past. Never forgotten.
Wolf, good evening and good morning to all.
Hello, Wolf.
To all, a good night. Captain Action, if you can read this, please hit that like button. Make Darlena smile.
Get us to 100 likes.
That helps. Biggest Chris, Bitcoin at 60 and below is when I'm a buyer again. For me, it's below 70.
I don't think it's going to dip below 60.
And the lower it goes, the more I will buy. Because
I mean, if Russia hit Ukraine with a nuclear weapon, okay,
oh
maybe
yeah, that would be a black swan.
that would be a huge black swan, and then you could see Bitcoin at 50. I think it'd be well below 60 then.
But so would everything else tank, so you'd have to temper that with, hey, look at this price.
Because the fear would go through the roof, and maybe you see Bitcoin as low as 40 then. Well, you know, the fear would go through the roof. Oh shit, is NATO going to retaliate because radiation's hitting their countries and they're going to want to retaliate against Russia? Who knows? But you know how the doomsdayers think, you know, oh shit, it's the end of the world, you know.
I don't think any of that will happen.
Yeah. Well, we can only hope it.
But it's a non-zero possibility.
Tommy
Long and the Tominator from New York City. Cooper, you should diversify more.
And I will be. I will be diversifying more. I'm holding some dry powder right now. I'm waiting for certain events to happen before I jump in. I think there's going to be a huge bubble. The bubble's going to burst. When it does, I'm going to be in a position to buy.
You're threatening to get into Tesla, I believe.
I'm looking more at SpaceX than I am Tesla right now.
Oh, so he's changing a bit. Well, that wouldn't be so bad. Probably.
Yeah, because I think there's going to be a bubble. It's going to burst, and it's going to be a great opportunity to
I agree with you, Tommy.
And then ride it back up.
WD says, good morning, all. You already know. Hit that like button.
Yep. And I said that to him last night because he came to the meet and greet, and I met him for the first time and his lovely wife.
Yeah.
And he's going to be going back to Italy and then retiring here full time in September.
Good for him.
So great.
Yep. Roger with a D. There he is. A little D. Acclimated. I haven't seen you guys on the Thursday rides for months now.
Not true. I was there last month on the ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it feels a lot longer than it is, Roger.
Yeah, it feels. But time flies.
Yeah, we got to get everything ready for our holiday. And the thing is, when you're married to a Filipina, it's not so easy as an Westerner to go to foreign countries. There's a lot more hoops you got to jump through because Philippines is a third world country. We come from first world countries. So therefore, it's a lot easier for us to travel to foreign countries than it is from somebody from Asia. And it takes time, folks. We got to do a lot of running around and go here, get this form, go there, get that form, go to this government office, proof of this, proof of that. And it's a ball ache. Every single time we have to do it.
Roger's got his new big ass bike, so I might have to. I might have to go on tomorrow's ride just to see what his new bike's with.
Oh, you're gonna go tomorrow?
Well, are you gonna be there, Roger?
He goes.
He better be. Yeah, I think I might. Bootney says, next up, chatbot IPOs. Any thoughts? Oh Christ! Here we
Could it?
Apparently they're all going to be AI agents that are doing the trading. So see how that. I mean, even I'm getting ads now, Coop, on my iPad for $20. You can have an AI agent do your trading.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll wait and see how that works out.
Exactly. I ain't ready to trust him.
Piss it away as far.
And there's Barry.
There's Barry O'Neill. Met him last night.
We did.
ChatGPT says Houdini didn't go over. I didn't think he did. It's a myth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard something about it way back in the day. Yeah.
Snowbird, speaking of Taiwan, the U.S. said today that it's holding back on arms shipments due to dwindling current stocks in the Iran conflict. So that's a reason. I can understand that.
That makes sense.
I think a lot of it more so, Snowbird, to do with the meeting with Z. You know, he was pissed about them doing that deal. So they come to some deal arrangement. That's
slow down.
But there's your out. That's how you explain it. Say, oh, no, we're you know. Timmy P, last person over the falls was Kirk Jones in 2003.
Okay.
He went over in just his clothes and then swam to shore after he landed in OPP hands,
Hmm.
Ontario Provincial Police hands.
For going illegally over the falls.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he went over in a barrel. I mean, Christ, if he went over with his clothes, I mean, I don't know how he made it.
Yeah.
Captain Ashton, Brooke is quite the history man. Well done.
He is very knowledgeable. Yeah.
You are correct. Robert Pierpont, when I say oil situation, I definitely mean prices at the pump first and foremost. I also believe that the U.S. does not in the slightest want peace because Israel doesn't want it. So it's going to go on and on and on and on. And
I think it's got to finish before the midterms. And I think that's what Trump wants, it finished before the midterms. He doesn't want to go into midterms and we're still at war with Iran. Or the oil situation has got even worse, you know, and the prices of the fuel pumps, American citizens are feeling it. It's not good for
pretty hard to get reelected.
Well, he's there for another 2 years.
Regardless,
whether you like it or not, he's there for another
GOP
2 years.
That might be.
It's the senators that are in the Senate and
House of Reps,
of Reps that are fearful of losing their job. So I don't think he wants it to go on too much longer. He needs it to finish. He needs the stock market to be at still all-time highs. He needs fuel prices to drop way down, and he needs interest rates lower. That's the only way that the Republicans got a hell and high water chance of keeping a hold of the House and the Senate.
Okay.
So he's very much aware, I think.
Captain Action says, hit the like button.
Thank you, Henry.
Bootney goes on to say, yeah, Ford pardoned Nixon. Our
There you
long national nightmare is over.
I knew he got pardoned, but I thought it was Carter. But no, Carter came in after Ford. You're right. Yeah.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
WD says there will be no rate cuts as long as there is a skirmish, war, or whatever else you want to call it in Iran. The U.S. doesn't have an exit plan that doesn't give Iran billions of dollars.
That's the thing.
Might be their own money back. So
yeah, I think that's the only way out. They're going to have to buy the way out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
money talks.
But I don't think the Iran conflict makes any difference to the rate cuts because they know it's going to end sooner or later. See what happens.
Buster from your sister. The Thunder up 20 in the third as I type this. Okay. Ernie's happy. WD, Israel is the problem, but you guys coffees enjoy.
And thank you, WDLF.
Thank you,
highly,
WD.
highly appreciated, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why everybody hates Israel? I don't know. I've met several Israeli people. They're very nice people. I've met several Russians that are very nice that I like, you know. I think it's just the government, you know. And Russia, the governments in Israel, the governments in, you know, all these different foreign countries where there's skirmishes going on. They're the problems, not the people.
Ricardo, at the time I did the switch, the Ulti price was significantly higher than Misty. So I bought more shares of Misty in exchange for the Ulti shares I sold. Misty dividends have been higher as well. So
yes,
looks like a good trade. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, you done well, Ricardo.
Timmy P, a new car in Canada off the dealer's lot. You pay federal and provincial taxes, correct? And then add federal luxury tax. Oh, Christ, here we go. Provincial levies and fees, taxes applied to tires, AC, etc. And last, add the dealer fees. It's gone absolutely nuts. Prices are ridiculous.
And you can buy a brand new pickup truck here for $15,000.
Yeah, trucks are the
US.
deal.
Brand new.
Yep.
4x4 pickup truck.
Well, I still maintain when you drive into Canada on any of the highways from, from say the U.S., the first sign you see is "Welcome to Canada."
Yeah, and I'm talking.
We tax the shit out of everything.
And I'm talking Ford and Toyota, guys. You can buy a brand new Ford or Toyota here for $15,000.
Isuzu's well thought of as well.
Yeah.
Ricardo says, I'm holding significant Tesla, MSTR, and some Sol Z. He's pretty well got my portfolio. Love the Misty payouts that I ain't got. Hope they continue and grow. Okay.
They will.
Good on you.
They will. I highly believe in it. Yeah. I haven't sold it.
Flexer Drums. Near the start of today's show, Brooke's picture froze for a few seconds. You sure that isn't a software glitch?
Nope. No, the software is good. It's StreamYard. It's all the professional YouTubers use StreamYard. It's the best out there. There's nothing that can beat it.
Okay.
And even Jamie at Invest Answers uses StreamYard.
Okay.
Brighter with Herbert uses StreamYard. Yeah, they all do.
Okay. Captain Action Cooper, your live video is always crystal clear.
Thank you,
That's good
Henry.
to know. Captain Action, on May 26th, Bitcoin 2025, Bitcoin was 109. C'est la vie. That's life. Yeah, so a year ago it was 109. Now it's 70, what, 75, 70, whatever.
What is it now?
I can't see. 75.7. There it
Okay.
is.
Treading water.
Mai says, re-download speed check to set up on your laptop and ensure you're using the right router. I was getting crap speeds. Mr. AI directed me to the right Wi-Fi router inside the laptop and speed went up.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's a good tip.
See, your speed that you get from your router to your laptop is only going to be as fast as your laptop allows. If you have older laptops, you may only be able to get 500 megs maximum speed. If you get the newer ones, you can get over 1 gig speed.
Okay.
So even with cell phones, my cell phone's 3 years old, but it won't show me anything faster than 900 meg.
Well, you're lucky you're going to Greece.
My laptop will show me over 1 gig.
It's all Greek to me.
Yeah.
Robert Pierpont, yeah, Coop, he gave up control of Tesla. He wants it back. Combining the two gives him back control over it all again, and he definitely wants that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Robert agrees with me 100% on that because
he'll get it.
He knows he made a mistake. Elon made a mistake with Tesla. He ain't gonna make it. Stop looking at the damn clock, you.
It's 2 hours here.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you, Robert. Moving on along, trying to finish the comments.
The IPO clearly states that Elon will always be CEO of SpaceX. Okay, good. Robert Pierpont, exactly. So if he combines with Spaces, he gets back total control of it all.
That he would want that.
Don't worry about it.
He wouldn't
bet
do it
on
for
Elon.
Less than
Don't bet against him.
He would not do it.
Blakester, Brooke froze again around 10:31 mark, drinking from his cup. I took a long drink. That's all that was. Tommy the Tominator. Elon did not give up control. He gave up voting power on his pay package. Oh, okay.
No, he actually, the board runs the company now.
Elvie Abroad from Kentucky. Warsh going to reevaluate gold to the dollar, then stop printing, some say, and then get a free confiscated Bitcoin reserve. I heard, or was that a dream? Well,
that'd be a beautiful dream if it was.
Yeah. They've got Bitcoin. They've already got their reserve. They're not selling it. So
and he's good. Very bullish on crypto.
And they probably should revalue gold at some point. I mean,
come on, yeah.
Things 50 years ago are different than today.
Exactly.
The reality is gold's worth more than it was 50 years ago at $40.
100x. Yeah.
And they need to. Canada, Goose on the loose. There he is. In the last 2 years, Bitcoin went from mid-50 to close to 128. Is that not a run? Well, it's not if you got in at 128.
It went up to 126. That was high.
But no, at 50 up.
And that was on October 10th last year.
And still, I think anyone that's held 4 years never lost.
Yeah.
That's something in itself.
And that's where I am. Hold MicroStrategy and Misty for 4 years.
Yeah, ditto.
And then look at other options.
Bootney, the Fed chair holds significant sway over interest rate decisions. Correct. There are 12 votes. Okay, Fed chairman gets one like the rest of them. In the history of the Federal Reserve, a chair has never been outvoted on a policy decision. Okay, so it's never happened where the chair has voted the opposite of what the committee has decided. So the committee looks like makes the decision, but he does have a huge amount of sway.
Yes.
So anyone on the fence or not sure, they're not going to vote against them.
Yeah.
And why? Because it diminishes
his authority.
Well, the authority of the Federal Reserve.
Exactly.
Going forward, and they don't want to ever have that happen. Cause chaos in the markets too. Robert Pierpont, no, it needs to hold a high price for 13 days to get the valuation to hold and make all the insider shares and Elon shares and early investor shares worth that high valuation. He and the insiders are early. So that's what it's got.
And goes on to say,
yeah, investors can borrow money against their shares, and the higher that 13-day evaluation, the more money they can borrow against the shares before it crashes back down. Well, that's an interesting take on it. Yeah. I think it probably it needs to do that, and it will unlock certain insiders' ability to sell. That's probably another reason.
Yeah.
Good on Robert. Bootney, as far as clarity passing, polymarket odds sit at around 60%.
Yeah.
Good. While Kalishi traders predict an approximately 50%. Still better than half, say. Chance of the bill passing before 2027. That's by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So let's hope that's true. Jeff Trio, hi guys. I was wondering, does Misty still paying twice at the end of the year? Still paying twice at the end of the month, maybe? Or?
He's thinking about the end of year payment when they have to pay out 90% of their profits to the shareholders.
But they put that in a regular payment.
2 years ago, they spread it over 2 months, October and November, and you got $4 months.
Okay.
Last year, there was zero profits because what they did is they propped up the price of the dividend, didn't want it to go down below $1. So when we got to October, there was no payment to be made. Yeah, they'd already paid it out.
Wooly bully, with all this investment going into everything space age, who's got the ray guns?
ETF.
There's a good one. J.E. Washington, orange shirts on market live streams used to bring great investment returns. We need to find a new cleaners for the shirts. Okay, J.E. Rick Price, SpaceX will start high and drop over several days and months.
Thank you.
But in a year, it will start up slowly. This is what
Meta did.
Facebook
did. Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely
those
precedent.
that waited for the dip on Facebook are multimillionaires nowadays. Yeah. Roger Walker says, have a great day. Thank you, Roger. Captain Action has been a channel member now for 19 months and says, greatest show on earth. Thank you for hitting the like. And thank you, Henry, for being a channel member for 19 months. You currently have the channel record. Well done, buddy.
Timmy P. Cheers, gentlemen. Many thanks for another great live stream.
And thank you, Tim.
I'll be abroad from Kentucky. Iran is the problem. They fund all the chaos. Now he's got a point there. Mike Doty and Little Mike, great show. God bless you.
Thank you, Mike.
Vegas Chris, thanks for all you boys do. As always, enjoy the rest of your week.
And thank you, Chris.
And Alfa Romeo with the last comment. Thanks again, boys, for another informative show. See you on the next one. Oh,
you missed it. Tommy just got
jumped
in.
Great show, guys. Thank you, and have a wonderful week, everyone.
And thank you, each and every one that came on and watched the show. Highly, highly appreciated, guys. And those who are watching on the replay, give us a thumbs up too. It counts. And this Saturday, special announcement for this Saturday. There you go. The 79 people that stayed to the end are going to get it. Those that logged off already are going to miss it. This Saturday is going to be Coopersthaiadventure live stream with myself, and I'm going to invite the panel on. So the link will be in the description.
Wow, the panel.
All the panel that want to come on and join us will have a fun, eventful chat on the last Saturday before we go on a cruise. Why not? Get the panel back on.
Great to nap in Thailand.
And Alvira Broad said, Trump getting all Middle East countries to sign Abraham Accord when the Iran acts up, they will all be pissed. Who knows? Wait and see. Watch this space. Yeah, I did see that on the news. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned. Watch the full outro and give us a thumbs up on the way out the door. Till next time.
Stay safe.
God bless.
Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thaiadventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Thai sizzling spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Adventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai Adventure, can't get it enough. Thailand's got my heart, sister, my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace, Thailand's a paradise I'll never erase. Cooper's Thai Adventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai Adventure, can't get it enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. So here's to the nights, the sights and the dreams. Thailand's a wonder bursting at the seams. Cooper's Thai Adventure, forever I'll stay in the land of smiles.